Sri Akal, Welcome, Bon Après-midi, Salama, Siam, and a very, very warm welcome from the island of gods, Bali, Indonesia. This is your host Shilpa Bhasin, Om Swastiastu, from this beautiful place that is in Canggu. This is a very pretty place in the heart of Bali. We are here today to meet a personality on our talk show, Celebrate Life with Shilpa Bhasin. We have the entrepreneur in frame and spotlight today, and her name is Dian. Desiana, she's here with us. Hi Dian, how are you?
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you very much.
So we have Dian with us today. A little bit about Dian is that she is a go-getter. If I define this beautiful, pretty women in a code is great leaders. Know the way, go the way, and show the way. She's definitely one of those dynamic entrepreneurs we have in Indonesia and across the world. That is Dian. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Silva, for inviting me. It's really, really an honor.
Thank you. And I want you to say hello to the audience worldwide in your signature style.
Om Swastiastu, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Namo Buddhaya, Shalom, Salam Sejahtera untuk kita semua. Thank you.
Wow, that's one kind of a welcome. I'm so enthralled to see this beautiful language. I think she can also someday become a talk show host. Okay, so guys, doing cheers to Bali Coffee Club. That's also one of the ventures of my beautiful guest on the show today. So she is somebody who belongs to army background, born and brought up with all the discipline and some great ambience of Bandung and area in Indonesia. She is somebody who has really seen life in the nooks and corners of every, I would like to say, aspect, and a woman who worked hard to become somebody today in the world of hospitality with BVR Group. And we have the co-founder and managing director with us today. So Dian, before we start, I want you to tell the audience about your life journey till today.
Okay, so yeah, this is like, but first of all, I would like to say thank you, because if the audience here, you can feel it, all the energy of Soma is amazing. Like, see, I have a goosebump because she's so, like, I would say, when I heard about her story, it's so amazing as well. Mostly when you give that 150 days non-stop, when the COVID happens, and as we know, now we still try to be survived, and COVID's still around, but now already changed to endemic. So I born as what you say in an army family, and then I would say the first rule in my house is like my dad always mentioned, like my dad is always right. The second rule is if my dad did something wrong, just remember the rules number one. So can you imagine all the discipline? For me, when I was a kid, it's a little bit hard to accept that, but the more I understand, the more when I grow, it makes me realize that's how it shaped me. There's something that I would say discipline is very important. Mostly nowadays, like a lot of people try to, okay, I want to do it, but then after that lose their consistency, and that's how it can break. So I felt really grateful, and that's why I just want to share to all of you that probably in the same situation like me, feeling like, oh, why it's so hard, why the discipline, why I have to do this, why I have to do that, but then one day you will understand that it's really good for you.
Wow, that's a lesson of life, and definitely to the youth watching out there, the youth must understand the value of time and discipline in life, which is really missing with all the technology and the gaming culture seeping into the culture of our daily lives. So of course, she's a living example. She's beauty with brains, and of course, very much intact with the technology. How are you with technology, Dian?
Oh, this is like, so I would say I'm in the generation X. So as you know, my age is 21. No, I'm kidding. It's not 21, but I always want to feel 21. And then with this digital world, and then as we know, technology can be like really grow, even 0.7 second. Like so many things.
Yeah.
And then I'm also very amazed with the youth now, because they're really in technology. Everything you can run it by your phone. right? It's something that is not exist in my era. But and then I have to understand that we cannot be left behind. We have to adjust. We have to learn. That's why I would say learn and lesson is something that you always do continue in all your life. It's not something that you finish school and then it stops. No, because there's so many things even outside of the formal education that you need to know.
Truly,
right?
truly. Yeah.
And then even when I spoke to you, I learned something new about like a talk show, right? And then I spoke with the team in the office. We have a BBR digital team, and they are like really, really. Sometimes I'm still like, oh wow, you guys so young, but very well known in all the technological things.
Yeah, truly.
Right? And that's makes me want to learn more.
Very nice. So learning never ends in life, truly. And now with this, I would like to ask you a very personal question. There comes time in life then when you have to make a decision. So what is the most difficult decision you have ever made in your life?
Wow, it's a very tough question though. So yeah, I think the most difficult decision is when I start my own business.
Okay.
I mean, I used to really, when you are working in a company, right? You are in a comfort zone. You know you just like work as best as you can, and then you know that you will always get check every month, and then that's it. But and then when you decided to work by yourself, like you start to build a company, and then what do you want? It's always like what we call it luxurious problem,
Yeah.
right? And then people always thinking, oh, it must be really good because every time I'm also in the human resources background,
Yeah.
and then when every time I do the interview, when I ask to the person like, so what do you want in life? And then they always mention, I want to start my own business. I want to have my own business. That's always what people say. And then as we know, in life, suddenly have like so many startup companies, and then it's only like 1 year and then they're gone, and then 2 years and then they're gone. I'm so sad. Look at that. It's not about that. I'm telling them it's not about that they afraid to try. They need to have a courage, but you need to have a plan. You need to know what you want in life. You need to really plan it. What is in the next 3 years? What do you want to do? What is the next 5 years? So you need to set up your roadmap to achieve your goal. That is very important. What is your current now? And then think about your goal and then start to build your roadmap. And then one thing for sure, so when you ask me about what is the quote that's really influenced me,
Yeah.
I always say, and I always love this quote, is quitter never win and winner never quit. So do not easy to give up, because challenge will be always there, problem will be always there, but what makes the difference is your attitude. What is your attitude? How are you gonna face that? But when you not give up, you can face everything.
Wow, so never give up is the mantra of Dian with me today in the frame. So we often, in Asian countries and Asian places, we always face this problem that people quote this quote that every man has a successful woman behind him. But now I want to know from Dian that she's a co-founder in a company and she's married. So guys have lost their hope. So yeah, I hope you don't mind telling me. All right. So yeah. So Dian, I want her to tell us how you manage your professional and personal life, and what is your definition about this quote that every man has a successful woman behind him.
So I ever read one book, which is a woman is created by the ribs of a man. So it means it's not to be above, it's not to be below, but it has to be equal. And that's what I would say is the most important. And of course, to support a man in your life, it doesn't matter whoever, your husband, your boyfriend, your spouse. When we have the equal and respect there, everything can go smoothly. Because as we know, it's not only with a man. When we work together as a team, there is some part when you have to make decision, when you have to be as a dominant, but there is a time as well you need to become a followers. Because I would say a great leader is also need to have experience as a great followers. And a great leader, it will be create another leaders, and how I see that between relationship man and a woman. So no matter, I do understand even in Asia, I ever have that experience as well. I ever look at people underestimate me because I'm a woman. I become a GM when I'm 28 years old.
Wow.
And people, say, well, it's not easy. They're like, probably look at me how high, and then, oh, you're still young, and then you're a woman. But actually, I changed that to become opportunity, because the moment that they look at me only how, they not prepare anything. They doesn't know, and they're always thinking you below them. But then the moment that you show your hard work, the moment that you show all the process and the result, then they will realize it's not right to treat people like that.
Very true. And yes, of course, equal opportunities for both men and women is the motto of life and should be the motto for every race, every religion, every caste. And yes, with this, I would like to ask Dian a very, very simple question. What is happiness to you?
Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice.
Wow, so you choose happiness over anything?
Over anything.
Very nice. So in life, whenever you feel down, like in COVID times, you're into the hospitality industry, people are suffering a lot, Bali was closed for a long period of time. How did you manage? What was your mantra? And today, if I ask you, what keeps you going?
So it's gonna be a lie if I say that I'm not down. It's a BS if I say that I'm not feeling like really dropped with the conflict situation. But what I always make sure in life is when I'm feeling down, I'm just like, take a break. Take a moment of your life. Try to count your blessing. Because in every negative situation, there always be a positive side. See, still I have a goosebump because it's not easy and it's really sad. It's really sad to look at Bali that is always full with the tourists, and we're like 80% depends on the tourism. And then suddenly everything is so quiet. I went to the highway and it's so empty. It's only my car. And I'm like, oh wow, it's so sad. But then I try to talk with myself. I'm trying to talk with God and then ask like, what do you want us to learn? How do you want us to adjust with this? And the beautiful of this is human is the first or the most creature that can really adjust, right? We have our ability to do that. So that's how I survive so long. Because I really want to look at this as, okay, what we can do. And then after that, until now, we never let go our team. We never let go. And what we always mention, when we have it together and this hard situation, let's keep it together.
Very true. So when you have been into HR also, you have been into the corporate world also, it's very difficult to break hearts and it's very difficult to make people just understand that it's time to say goodbye. So what is the hardest goodbye for you?
The hardest goodbye is, so when it has to be at the end, what I always say is every beginning starts with an end.
Yeah.
So let's see from there. And it's not a goodbye, but a see you again in another or a different shape or relationship. And that's why BVR, we believe that a building valuable relationship, that's how we can, because I don't want people that always say, okay, let's have a win-win solution. Sometimes the win-win can be like this. But we need to be like, let's talk about it, communicate, and that's when we can decide it or facing the goodbye situation.
Very true. So goodbye for a positive hello again. And I heard a line here whenever I'm going in Bali, people saying, see you when I see you.
Yep.
So, there's no goodbye here. And there can never be a goodbye to Bali. I'm 100% sure about it. So guys, moving from this emotional moment to a positive side, I want to know from Dian some of the most happy places of Bali where a tourist must go with this beautiful an amazing Bali Media guide which you give with all your coffees here at Bali Coffee Club. And I must say, today my cup was from a local Bali origin bean, that is Vanagiri. So this was so amazing, and this is also one of your ventures.
Yeah.
So the first place, guys, before Dian tells anything, you must come is the first cup of coffee at the Bali Coffee Club.
Yes.
So Bali Coffee Club for coffee lovers and good food, great taste. But with this, that's the first place. The other places you want to suggest our audience worldwide?
Sure. So Bali, the beauty about Bali is every area have a different experience that you can have it. For example, if you want to have like a really nice healing or quiet moment, go to Ubud. That's why in Ubud, a lot of people complain like, why there is no club in Ubud? Because Ubud is not the place for that. Ubud is the place for healing, for you find who is yourself. Do you ever ask that question to yourself, who you are? I think that's very important, and that's about Ubud. And then we have a different area as well. If you want to have like really goes with your girls, with the boys, or like really have fun, go to Seminyak area. Go to Seminyak, to Legian, to Kuta. That's how you can find your happiness there. In terms of if you want to be more entertainment side. And then there is new happening, probably some of you already know, is Canggu. Canggu mostly, a lot of people now coming to Canggu because surfer, you can surf as well in some of the beach in Canggu. And then a lot of a restaurant, food. So Canggu is also a happening place. And then there is the part of what we call Nusa Dua.
Yeah.
And Nusa Dua, when you have like you want to do a business, MICE, meeting, Nusa Dua is also very good for that. But there is a lot of water sport as well in Nusa Dua. And then Sanur you can find a different kind of thing. Sanur is very well known with the sunrise. So it's not the sunset. Sunset you can go to Seminyak, to Canggu, you can find the sunset. But sunrise you can get it in Sanur. So for you morning people, Sanur is really good for a place. And then there are so many other places in Bali that you can find as well. And that is why in one of our property in the chill house Canggu, we have the QR code in every room. And even every room, it shows you the name of other area in Bali. So it's not only Seminyak, Ubud, Canggu. You can find Nusa Lembongan, you can find Kintamani, probably for all of you that never go to Kintamani. So you can just scan the barcode and then you can get all the information about that area.
Wow. So I'm already getting all the information from Dian and going there in the following days of my excursion to this beautiful country that is Indonesia and in the lovely city of Bali. So this name Bali is having an ancient association with it. And how are you with this religious belief of the Balinese offerings that happen here? And of course, at one of your properties, that is the Capital Hotel and Resort, I experienced a beautiful session of Balinese offering, which is so healing and so close to my heart. So what do you suggest the tourists to have this kind of experience at one of your properties?
So Bali is very amazing with that cultural and religion like Silva said. And then it's like today you learn how to make chana.
Yeah.
Chana is like it's for your give it, right? When you do the ceremony every day, and they make it every day.
Yeah.
This is what makes Bali different. The culture is so strong. I even learned by myself. And later on, if you have a time, then you can go as well for what we call it Maluka.
Okay.
Go to the temple. I had experienced that as well, and then it's so beautiful.
Okay.
So there are so many things that you can have experience with, no matter what is your religion.
Wow, that's very true. And with this, I want you to just brief our audience about the different experiences and different properties that are with BDR Group.
Sorry, Sufa, can you repeat
Yes.
again? I think I'm just like really amazed with her, so I'm just like suddenly like.
So I think we are all lost in the goodness of Bali, of course, and the coffee or a Bali Coffee Club. So the question I wanted to ask you is, please tell our audience about the different kinds of properties they can stay with BVR in their next trip to Bali. So for example, usually we see tourists coming here for 4 nights or 5 nights because normally tourists come for this period of time, except that they really like Bali and they are here for long stay. So I want you to plan their 4 nights with BVR in a quick 1 minute video.
Okay, so we have the Capital Hotel and Resort, which is a really good location in Seminyak area, where you can go very easy by walking distance to a lot of shopping area in Seminyak, and also a lot of club as well if you want to try to have experience for the nightlife in Bali. And Capital is a 4-star hotel, and then what we mentioned is always about Indonesian heritage. So you can learn about a lot of different kind of batik in Capital Hotel. And then if you are a honeymooners or a couple, or maybe people will be soon, right, having a honeymoon in our property, we have very more romantic villa.
Yeah.
So it's all private pool, and then have 3 different themes. We have temptation, mystic, and desire. So it's very different kind of experience of romantic. This is how you can have the experience of romance and always make that sparkling alive with your spouse.
Wow.
So that's very more romantic villa. And then we have also the Chill House Canggu, which is where it's the really nice, beautiful feeling of, I would say, for yoga and retreat. And it's really quiet, even though in the Canggu area.
Wow.
So you still can feel that experience. And we also have BTS villa. We have a lot of private villa as well. But later on, still one can give all, because I want to give it something different that's really special for all your audience.
Thank you so much, guys. So everybody who's watching this video and our interview with this beautiful woman inside out here, that's Dian herself, I would like to tell you that 4 nights is not enough with BVR Hospitality, as they hold with you a lot of great properties and some very, very unique ventures coming up. So stay tuned for that, and I can't wait to explore their amazing villas, properties across Bali. And of course, I would like to tell you that BTS Villa is the villa we are sitting right now here. And if you are Korean series fan, this is the place for you. And if you are a fan of aesthetics also, like I am an aesthetic fan and lover, so this is the place to be. And I think Canggu is the Santorini of Bali.
Yep. Nowadays, that's what happened.
So yeah, so all these wonderful vibes. And before we say goodbye to our audience for today, I have few questions, one-liner questions from a beautiful guest, that's Dian. So Dian, tell me, what is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration, I would say my dad is my hero. I learned a lot from him.
With this, I would like to ask her a question. What is motherhood to you?
Mother for me is everything. It's everything. And that's why the first thing that I ask when I'm in Silva is, where's your mom?
Yeah.
Because my mom is everything for me. It's just the same like how I really inspired by my dad. My mom, I can see how she really support him. She really give us education that we didn't get in school. And that's how I appreciate her in my life.
So do you miss your parents living here?
Of course, each moment of the day. And we always do like a video call every day sometimes. Or even like once a week, because you know, with all the things and something that I recommend about parents is, no matter how old you are, you always be their child.
Yeah.
It's like they will always treat you like a child.
Very, very true. And that's one thing that no value or no money can buy in this world. No diamonds can buy you your parents.
No.
And with this, I would always like to say this, कि कोई दौलत पे नाज करता है तो कोई शोहरत पे नाज करता है, पर जिन्हें मिलता है अपने माता पिता का साथ वो अपनी किस्मत पे नाज करता है. So what I said in Hindi is that somebody, and sometimes people have their pride in money, some people have their pride in diamonds, but the biggest treasure of life is parents.
Oh wow, that is amazing. You have to teach me how to say
Yeah, I will do that. And with this, I would like her to tell us what will the biography have the title as for Dian.
the biography of me.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's kind of a really hard question. But I would say change all the impossible to become possible.
Wow. So nothing is impossible. Even the word impossible says, I am possible. So with this, I would like to thank Dian for coming on the show and end it with our very famous rapid fire. So rapid fire for you. We will do this rapid fire, and then after the rapid fire, we'll have this brownie by Bali Coffee Club.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, let's begin.
What is a rapid fire?
Yeah, in rapid fire, I'm going to ask you few questions and you have to choose and answer very quickly. So you can't.
So nervous.
And in one word also, in one word.
In one word.
Yeah. So just get ready. Let's see, audience. She wins this rapid fire or not? So are you excited? I think everybody is excited, huh? Okay, Dian. Okay, so Dian, your favorite color, pink or black?
Blue. Oh, pink or black? Pink.
All right. Your favorite date costume, short dress or casual dress?
Short dress.
Okay, heels or sneakers?
Heels.
Pink lipstick or red lipstick?
Pink.
All right, kiss or hug?
Both.
Okay, so street food you love?
Pardon?
Street food you love?
Street for your mom.
Yeah, street food.
Street food. Noodles.
Noodles, all right. So you love Thai food or Indonesian food?
Indonesian food.
All right, nasi goreng or mee goreng?
Nasi goreng.
Wow, so coffee or tea?
Coffee.
All right, so wine or champagne?
Champagne.
Oh wow, oh very nice. Okay, so for honeymoon, you will go to Bali or Switzerland?
Switzerland.
I think she already has a lot of time here, so she'll opt for Switzerland.
Sorry, I have to change my answer, Bali, of course.
All right, and now I would like to ask her, you would like to wear a sari or a sarong?
Sorry.
Oh wow, so with sari, we're going to soon see our pictures together.
Yes.
In my next trip to Bali, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for being
for
here.
having me. Really, thank you.
Thanks a lot. And last but not the least, for all the girls, I want Dian to be an inspiration and a living example of if Dian can do it, anybody can do it.
You can do it. For sure, you can do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.